Hey everyone, this is Vickriman and welcome back to Tyranny with good old Fatebinder Vickriman here. Oh, let's see, what was I going to do? I think we're investing into quickness at the moment. So we shall do that. We did gain a level through the dialogue tree. At this point, I think I want to try and see if there's more we can unlock here. Let's see. Arrow catch gains a chance to catch physical range projectiles and launch them back at attackers. What? What kind of chance? 20%? 20%, really? Charge up and launch a projectile with enough force to penetrate armor. Enemies in a line will take damage and are left bleeding. That's insane, too. This is bows and thrown. We're going to have to be somewhat careful about that. Hubble. That could be nice too. These are all pretty good. Poisoned for 33.6 seconds. Man. Okay. There's some pretty decent abilities here.
Can't do that.
I feel like they're much better than that magic tree I used before. The first playthrough in the game that I did.
Can't do that.
Oh, okay, here we go. Kind of hard to tell. But now we're off. We're going to go and stop the Edict of Storms by killing the last regent of Stalwart. And we're going to try to rescue Graven Ashe's daughter as well. Your journey is interrupted by the feral howls of a hunting pack of beastmen. Their leader is an impressive specimen, her mane black as night, her body scarred from battle. Okay. Before you towers a massive creature of fur and flesh, her short black snout snuffling the air.
Know this scent. Stench of blood, sweat, battle, iron and death. Smells like alpha. Smells of strength. But is male. Smells good. Smells feral. Reeks like kith. Want to hunt, claim, kill, rot.
Oh boy.
Want. Want. We'll take care of this puny beast human from North Tribe.
Oh my.
Human who smells of alpha.
I'm going to do a playful interest, but her lips twist with the promise of blood and violence. Unless someone higher in the pack stops them. Growl. Sits back on her haunches. Spindly clawed fingers groom the pelt of her neck. She tilts her massive white head to one side, watchful.
Have been stalking human centrail. Have ranged many more than 5 nights through tribe and human territories of Tyr's land, hunting for human called Fatebinder. For human who woke horizon rock called Mountain Spire. Have hunted hot high, cold low, wet dry. Traipsed far until paws bled, but always human who smelled of alpha evaded beast woman. Had to slink through shadows,
like Gollum.
quick, without rest to catch delicious prey at last.
You're Markings. You must be from the Shadowhunter tribe.
Fatebinder knows tribes of beast women. Curious human. Male who smells of alpha and knows of shadow hunter tribe. Best tribe. Lost tribe of kills in shadow. Beast woman did not range so far, chasing scent and tracks of fate by... Nope, nope. Will not move from way.
What do you want?
Humans. No human called Fatebinder. Kairos breeds words on paper. Fatebinder binds words to earth and sky. Makes ground tremble. Makes night cry, blood and fire. Human is not first Fatebinder. Kills in shadow has hunted. Tribes of Kairos fear Fatebinder. Human Alpha claimed Horizon Rock called Spire, and Archons did not kill Fatebinder. Archons rolled over and whined, covetous. Kairos
So maybe you heard of me.
to extinction. Rules tribe of blood and ruin, starvation and death. Seeks to slaughter beast women like prey. But beast women are not prey. Are not flighty, feeble-minded human. Beast women are savage hunters. Bred to fight kill rot, like Fatebinder who smells of alpha. Strong always kill weak, then grow weak. Nor killed is migration of life. But kills in shadow is not weak now. Will not be weak for many long seasons. Will join Fatebinder and survive Kairos' tribe.
You'd side with the enemy to survive?
Enemy? No enemy. Only competition. Only strong tribes and weak tribes. Only win or die. Adapt to survive.
It'd have to be as my beta.
Shadow is not beta. But even alphas submit to stronger-willed primas. Many packs make a tribe. Is this not a thought humans also understand? Beast woman will follow Fatebinder. Will not dominate. Unless Fatebinder begins to smell weak. Kills in shadow will not shelter stone whelps anymore. Scamper and flee! Do not want to see shadows lurking, stalking behind. Barb cleft his leader now. Will not like if kills in shadow catches sight or scent of stone mongrels again.
Okay, so now we have her as a potential party member. I think for the time being, we will not use her because she's very similar to Barrack, and we are needing to take Barrack for the time being. Looks like we've got something here. Opal, Topaz, Sable Root. Marshberry, Azure Bell. Okay. Let's get the heck out of here. Continue. Do we have... No.
Sentinels stand. I still remember when the Edict struck this place.
Oh, man. It's like snow, but it's like ash and rust is what it is.
Sorry, I can't.
Okay, let's go this way then. Light leather boots. Probably not anything any good. Scout straightens your approach. Are you the support that Ashe sent out? Yes. I am Tunon's Fatebinder. Glad to hear it. You could never be too careful out here. I'm half blind from the storm, and you agents of the court don't always stand out, no offense. We've been patrolling the outer walls, but there's no sign of the enemy. Either they know not to come here, or they're better at hiding than I credited. Damned rebels shift about like the winds, they do. These winds don't make tracking any easier, do they? Perceptive? No, they don't. The Unbroken can navigate the terrain as boldly as they please, and the edict wipes away all trace of their passage. No footprints, and no way of telling them apart from ordinary storm debris. The Overlord's magic almost wiped out the people of Stalwart, but it seems to be helping those who are dogged enough to survive it. Now that's tenacity. I can boast about being part of some great resistance at Vindri as well. But it's not like the damned weather was trying to kill us day in, day out. Sounds odd to say. We had it easy, but well, say what you will about the Unbroken lack of judgment. You sure as shit can't fault their grit. More than a fortnight ago, we found someone broken, but she dashed off right quick before we could knock arrows. They're a cautious lot, but cunning. Not even Kairos, could have expected them to use the storm to their advantage. Can we enter the fortress? These winds, I wouldn't venture to try. If I had 1,000 shields to guard me. Come take a look and you'll understand. Favor of the Fatebinder. Which we find here. Allied. Not self-target. Shielded for 80 damage for 30 seconds. Okay, that's pretty good. Woo-hoo-hoo. Nothing has changed. This is the very storm that shattered the Unbroken and disfavored alike. Thank you for bringing me here, Fatebinder. Stradius Hiriden, the last stalwart regent, cowers behind the walls of his castle, and we won't be able to reach him through this storm. This place brings back unpleasant memories. How we get inside? The storm didn't leave much behind. You were at Sentinel Stand during the war? A year of brutal weather will do that. Kairos' Edict of Storm devastated the once mighty realm of Stalwart, all but wiping it from the map. There isn't much left of the old country, save for the Unbroken and their stubborn pride. You were at Sentinel Stand? Regrettably, the General's daughter and members of her cohort were captured in the second year of the war. By the third, we had tracked her to Sentinel Stand. We knew that the edict was coming, but thought it worth the risks. The battle dragged on longer than it should have. We got caught in the storm. That was the day I woke up encased in this bedamned rust bucket. And why this place brings to mind unfinished business. Tell me about the regents. They were bureaucrats and diplomats, all drunk on their own self-importance. Stradius Hiriden never impressed me, but the people of Stalwart revered the man. Cowardice must run in the Regent bloodline. The edict struck. Stradius hid in this castle, watched his country fall to pieces. An honorable man would have died for his people. Couldn't say. The powers fighting over this realm must have some notion. Otherwise they wouldn't squabble for control over this blasted wasteland. We should track down someone with answers. Did you hear that? Be on your guard, Fatebinder. You catch an odd sound in the wind, a low moan hidden within a cacophony of swirling dirt and metal debris. The clouds of dust seem to close in upon you. Within them, you see patches of glowing red. Oh, nuts. I was not expecting this.
This will be fun.
Okay, so these are the Bane that we have mentioned, I believe, before. They cause arcane damage, so your armor is kind of useless. But each of them has an element, and then they have an elemental weakness. So for example, we have fire here. Although I don't think we have any fire. No. But these guys, I'm pretty sure, are weak to frost. Which is quite nice. So we will attempt to cast some frost on these guys. Oh, you have electric as well. I think one of them is weak to electric, but these guys are strong to it. Okie dokie. So let's maybe try this. I believe bleeding does not work, but this might be useful for hitting. Oh, I think that's gonna hit Barrack.
A new dent.
Yep, immune to bleeding. Okay. So yes, these guys are quite difficult to take down. So this, despite the mage fireness of it, it is... Oops. You don't want to do it on him. You want to do it on one of the red guys. Yikes. Alright, so... Vickriman... I don't know if this will work or not.
I'm not built for this sort of violence.
There we go. So these guys, yeah, they have 0 armor. So, yeah, melee weapons actually do fairly well against them. It's just that they themselves can bypass armor.
Consider it done.
Alright, let's try this. Did you end up having your revive thingy? Oof. I think we are eventually going to do this. Can I cast my... this guy on my... oh, not self. Okay.
I got it.
So I'm going to cast it on Barrack, just to give him a little bit of energy absorption.
Too weak.
I will aid you.
I'll go ahead and give this to Vickriman. Hopefully that'll help just a bit.
Wouldn't rattle me.
Okay, that worked pretty well. Yikes. Let's try this. That appears to be working fairly well.
I will aid you.
You... So what does the Edict of Storms do for us? Alright, let's queue this guy up. Alright, that was pretty darn tough, actually. The Bane are gone. Their unnatural cries silenced, leaving only tornadoes' violence in your ears. As the dust clouds recede, you spot a crouched figure on the wall above.
Is my vision poor, or do I spy a figure atop the wall?
That's what it just said, man. Let's see, Barrack. Let's give you more vitality. And let's see. That's pretty good. +2 armor. Pretty much permanent, actually. Because he's just going to keep that on. Granting them a bonus to armor for a short time. I think we'll go with that.
On it.
Keep yourself in there. Oh, there you are. Janos. It's part of the Unbroken. Soldier kneels behind the ruined parapets. You can tell by his raiment, old stalwart gear, that he's an unbroken soldier. He peers at you with a mixture of caution and curiosity. You handled the Bane well enough, but what brings you to this forsaken place? You don't look like the typical rank and file of Kairos' army, but you're no son of Stalwart either. No, you're the Fatebinder who broke past the Vendrian Guard. I think you'll find yonder Windwall a tougher nut to crack than the Apex Citadel. I'm here to end the Edict of Storms. Is that how it works? Kairos casts an edict and sends lackeys to the cleanup effort. In that case, I'm glad we're still independent of you Imperial dogs. I suggest you make like a storm and blow, because you're not getting inside this fortress. When you report back to your master, tell him that first scout Janos sent you off with your tail tucked between your cheeks. Why do the Unbroken hate Stratus Harridan? He's a spineless old man who hides behind his soldiers and doesn't possess any of the values he hammers into others. Oh, sorry. I was talking about Graven Ashe. Would that I had the strength to tear down this wall and kill him myself. Harridan is a relic of the past, and we're looking to the future. We don't have any hope of squirming out from under Kairos' thumb, while the old region enjoys his twilight years, sipping dusty wine and hiding from the war. Do you know anything about Graven Ashe's daughter, Amelia? Sorry, I didn't catch that. I'm not too good with names, and your voice isn't carrying over the wind. Impertinent scum! Climb over that wall and let me beat the truth out of you. You weren't even paying attention to the folks you killed during the war, were you? The regents were our royal family. They governed Old Stalwart, protected our borders, and rallied our armies when in need. Kairos' butchers left but one regent standing. He's as useless as a mustache and a mullet. Or a mallet. A mustache and a mullet. That would be pretty darn useless, don't you think? What are the Bane doing here? Following some scent of magic, at least that would be the safest assumption. I have a hypothesis that when gathered in large enough numbers, they'll communicate through song, albeit one so shrill we can't hear it. And I think I'm boring even me, so I'll shut up now. Don't you know anything? The Bane are drawn to Kairos' magic like flies around a corpse. This whole region is polluted with the Overlord's reek. Nowhere more so than the wind wall before us. Mind yourself around their claws, Fatebinder. It's said that once the Bane have you in their clutches, they never let go. How can I get inside Sentinel Stand? Throwing yourself into the wind wall comes to mind. Take a few steps inside and see how long it takes for the wind to rip you down to a skeleton. I'd love to stay and chat, but it's high time that I reported on your presence to my superior officer. Be seeing you, Fatebinder, though you might not see me. Damn that vain southern wretch. The Unbroken know the territory better than us, and take every opportunity to flaunt it. What was that scout even doing here? Look, there's a corpse in the wall. Might bear a closer look. I can tell from here, but I think he's wearing disfavored colors. You're quite right about that. Why?
Sorry,
If you wanted to
can't.
kill this guy, why don't you just go up the stairs? I do not understand. Barrack. Barrack, you idiot, man. There are stairs. You didn't have to climb the daggum wall. Amelia's battle standard. Disfavored iron sword. The body's been here a long time. The storm is long since eroded skin from bones. Tucked away in one of the gauntlets, you find a scrap of a distinctive battle standard. That's the general's family crest. Amelia and her unit must have come through here. It seems a lifetime ago that we marched on Sentinel Stand. At least this proves we were on the right track. So close, too. The girl might still be alive out there. What makes you think she's alive? Ashe's protection would keep her standing long after anyone else would have fallen. I don't like to think what she's endured in her imprisonment, but we can help put it behind her. The disfavored are hardy folk. A hammer to the skull, a sword to the gut, an arrow to the spine. We don't go down easily. We can march for days without cracking a yawn. Of little else I could guarantee, but I know this much. The daughter of Graven Ashe can outlast any prison. So what are the next steps? Ashe bade us to bring order to the region, but we need to learn as much about his daughter as possible. I heard tell of an unbroken fort called Duskwatch. One of our soldiers has been imprisoned there since around the time Amelia's unit went missing. I'd wager anything that if we shatter the unbroken defensive, we'll learn more about her whereabouts. Barrack is correct. They took Callias captive, supposedly one of the Stone Shields who traveled with Amelia. You ought to make contact with Osmios, the commander in charge of taking Duskwatch. I'm sure he would appreciate the aid of a Fatebinder. You go ahead. I need to double back and relay this to Ashe. That should raise the old man's spirit, eh? I think we saw Osmios there at the camp. But I guess he's over at Duskwatch now. But we have concluded our time allowance for this episode. Hope you're enjoying this series. Like and subscribe and all that. And the next one, we're going to go over to Duskwatch to see what we can do about getting Graven Ashe's daughter back. Let me look at the spire real quick. Because what I want to do is I do want to be able to train whatever her name is, Ebb. I want to have a trainer for you. So yes, throw 11 dodge and athletics. Unique items. 1 and 2 and throw, parry and dodge. Nothing there. We really need the library to have some good trainers for mages.
Sorry, I can't.
So yeah, we'll get to that eventually. We'll get to that. I won't spoil anything. But do we have the edicts? Does it do something for us? Minus 20% range damage and minus 10 accuracy? Okay. Fair enough. Alright, so we'll see you next time.